I'm a pacifist. I believe to make love, not war. And I've listened to some of the aggressive speakers here in the park. And I'm so happy that my parents did it when they actually did it, because had they have done it a few minutes earlier or a few minutes later, I might not have been the delightful, exciting human being that you see before your eyes. I might have been born one of these catastrophe characters over there, and I might have been subjected to religious ideology that, when I actually think unbiasedly, I would say is a lot of nonsense, a lot of fantasy. I say that, ladies and gentlemen, we are seeing in the world today a lot of narcissistic aggression from horrible leaders, and that is simply because they are sexually inactive. What? I could never be that person, but you could. You could. So, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, excuse me, guys.
Yeah, sorry.
You will find it more interesting if you listen instead of trying to hog the show. All right?
How do you know?
I know, my friend.
How do you know?
You didn't start really strong. I'm
so wise.
I'm sorry. You didn't start very strongly, right? You didn't start strongly. You said
I didn't start strongly.
Are
In your
like
opinion.
sexually inactive.
Yeah.
You're referring to Trump, right?
That might be.
He's taxed.
To be considered sexually active.
Well, I think you need to. Well, I've spoken with your wife, and she is not happy with you, actually. Well, look, let's move on.
Hang on, I'm not married, but thank you.
No, we know why you're not. We know why you're not married.
Old men get at each other.
You know why we're not married. You're not married.
Why?
And I should also point out that I'm not gay, although I could have been, but I saw you, I changed my mind, to be honest with you. So,
the old ones are the best.
What I just saw a moment ago was one guy, I believe he stole a phone. I think he did. I don't know if that was the case.
No, he was a gay man looking
excuse me, but if this was the case, what was disturbing to me was to see all these aggressive men that are as sexually inactive as you, going over there, running over there, ladies and gentlemen, hoping to get a bit of excitement to make up for the for the lack of excitement in their lives. And I think this is unfortunately the position of many of the characters here in Hyde Park.
Yes, all of these.
Many of them, they come here on a regular basis because they don't actually have the personality to know how to communicate in a nice, humble way with each other. And that is why they are reduced to being conditioned, indoctrinated by a lot of nonsense. And then they try to convince other people. Look, they're coming here now.
No, they're not coming.
Oh, I see. Yes, that's the anti-Islamic lady, I believe. Yeah.
Are you a member of LGBTQ?
No, I'm not a member of the LBG2. Would you? But it's interesting. You asked me this question. You asked me this question, and of all the locations you could be standing, you are nearer to my penis than any other man here. So we wonder about you, mate.
It's quite near to mine. What is it about your penis that attracts him, Mr. Speaker?
So, any other questions?
But why are you against masculinity?
Why am I against masculinity? I didn't say that I was.
You did.
Because sometimes, of course, sometimes there is a necessity for masculinity.
What is the secret of your success with women?
Must be that. What a question! I love that. Love that question. Go on. Give us your.
I can explain that. I can explain that.
I would love to hear it.
I can explain that. The first thing you need to do.
More importantly,
the first thing you need to do is swallow your pride.
Swallow what?
I'm trying to help you in your sexual development.
You swallow what?
Swallow your pride, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, my friend. And stop thinking that you know everything.
You're live.
Even Heiko It's not actually.
Unimpotent.
Let me tell you.
Not unimpotent.
Hang on. No, what I want to say to you. It sounds.
IQ's not been sexually active.
Excuse me. Hear me out. Hear me out. It sounds as though he's very confident, and it sounds all credible. But at the end of the day, all of these thoughts that people express are opinions. They're not necessarily.
What's your opinion?
If they were facts,
Stick to facts, man.
I think we would all get on with each other. We'd all get on with each other.
I want to interpret the facts differently, Martin.
That's idealistic. That's only exists in the books. We're not going to get with each other, all of us. No, we're different.
What's your opinion?
Well, I've just explained that, haven't I? I would say you are right. We're not going to all have the same opinion. So what is the best thing we could all do?
What are the best jokes you've heard in the last week?
Hang on a moment. Agree that we do disagree and just try to be religiously and politically tolerant of each other. That's all we can do, isn't it? I mean, we've got Donald Trump.
I am not going to tolerate Communist Party representative.
This is going to come up in a minute, not now.
Why is that? Because you don't want to share your wife with anyone?
If they can, they want to know what's going on with your bumhole.
Hey!
Pressure's off of you now, Hyde.
That's it, that's right.
If Communist Party can, they want to know what is happening inside your bumhole. That's why not, because they always.
Do you know I worry about you because the amount? Excuse me. I tell you why I worry about him because he has the opportunity to speak on a whole variety of different topics, but over and over again, in the few minutes that he's been here, he's speaking about gays and bumholes, and you know, it just makes me think. I think there is. Excuse me. My own personal analysis is that he would like to be preferably with me, but if not me, and he can't have me because I'm not gay.
What's your advice to him?
I'm not gay, and I could never be gay because I wouldn't want to be disappointed by men as well as women. So that would be really
straight SM25.
No, because you're supporting Communist Party. You say no.
I never said that.
Listen, what's wrong with Communist Party?
This is an example of.
You just said what's wrong with Communist Party.
This is an example of taking something out of context and trying to gain some popularity with it. It's rubbish.
You said masculinity is aggression.
Why are we men so unsuccessul with women, and what's your advice?
Yes, what's your advice?
What's your secret?
First of all, I remember when your jacket was popular first time round. Okay, I'm not even sure that is the right outfit to attract the opposite sex. I'm assuming you're heterosexual. But you know, I think. Look, what you got to know is that first impressions are important. Okay.
Yes.
And when I look at you, I'm not impressed with any of you, to be honest. But that's not your fault. That's not your fault.
Okay.
The reality is.
Moving on swiftly.
Excuse me. If I compare the sexes, men and women, women are so more aware of, you know, presentation. They pride themselves in presentation. When I look at you,
I tried to
look at me, very handsome.
I tried.
Very charming.
No, I don't want the gays commenting on my appearance.
What's wrong with that? Why are you hating on the gays? Why are you hating on the gays?
You guys here look like you've given up. That's my analysis.
It's just that women have given up on us.
Huh?
As soon as you speak, we do give up.
What's your favourite point?
Do you mean you want to give it up?
Yes.
Well, that's because I want to show you that I can afford.
Please don't show us.
I feel he's a point. Is he a point?
There's something wrong there.
Yeah. Well, I made a mistake. It's not a big thing. It's not a big thing.
Are you sponsored by Oxfam?
Do you have old socks on as well?
I might do. Why would it concern you? I've already told you guys, all of you, I'm not interested in developing our relationship any further than platonic. So
we're all very disappointed.
You have to.
Now we're all going to have to find women.
Well, I don't think you're going to be able to do that. I think you're going to have to find some affection in each other.
No, we need
this
your
man
help.
is available.
You're the sex messiah. We need your help.
You're the sex god of the group. Tell us more. How?
How do you
I
become
don't
a
need
sex
to
god?
tell you. Just,
How do you become a sex god? Tell
How
us.
do you become a sex god? It means, I think what it is easy to do is I just associate myself with guys like you, and obviously there is no comparison.
So women
are going to be drawn.
It's been
not yet, but later.
It's been nice speaking to you.
I feel you are a
Unfortunately,
master
we've got to
of
speak to
using
somebody with
how
sense.
to use dildos. That's how I feel. I don't see you got
your
anything on that.
topics are very weird.
I can see it.
I wouldn't.
Police,
you
he's
know,
over here.
Excuse
He's
me.
over here. He's a sexual predator.
Excuse me.
I can see
If
it.
you want to form a relationship with somebody, these are not the topics that you should be talking about.
What topics should we open up?
That's what you asked
I
me.
can imagine being in a restaurant with him
Yes.
on
Why
a
not?
first date.
Yes.
I made a mistake.
He's
I was
never
little
had a
bit- I was
first
a
date.
little
You
bit.
made a mistake.
Excuse me.
That
I
could
was
be
a
a
little bit
first.
drunk at the time.
Yes.
So the drugs hadn't quite worn off.
Yes.
I go to the restaurant with him.
Yes.
I agree to a date. I'm sitting there. The drink has slightly dissolved.
Yes.
I'm a little bit more normal now. And I say to myself, bloody hell, what did I do coming to the restaurant with this guy? And then what happens?
Yeah.
He says, what do you think of dildos?
I've never seen
And I want to immediately walk out.
I'm a gay guy.
I want to walk out, but I don't want to be humiliated. So I tolerate the situation.
Yes.
And I just get more and more depressed. Why did I am depriving myself of a good-looking man. Even you would do better, not much better, but a little bit better than
No,
this
I've
chap.
always been a failure. But how soon after meeting you do most women throw themselves at your feet?
No woman throws themselves at my feet.
Oh, that cannot be true. You're just amazing.
But without any doubt,
Yeah.
I'm a highly desirable man.
Yeah, you just look it.
Highly
You just
I can see.
that animal magnetism I can smell.
Look, I don't have any real expectations that you're going to actually see that.
No, I do. I
don't.
can feel your charisma and your animal magnetism from here.
Yeah.
It's either that or the smell.
Well, there you are. I'm just going to, there's a few new visitors, so I'm just going to fill you up to date. This gentleman keeps on talking about he keeps on asking
No,
me.
but this man has grown up around sheep, so women confuse him.
Yeah, we're basically talking about what is attractive in
What
a man.
most of
what
us
is
men-
attractive in a man? And I responded by verifying to myself,
Yeah.
looking at you guys, and no offense to you because it's not your fault, but I verified to myself that I am attractive compared to
You're
you guys.
amazing. You're amazing.
Compared to you guys.
You're not
I want you to share your
I don't want to. I don't.
Most women would probably
I don't want to.
struggle to
I'm
find
aware.
words
I'm aware
to describe
that
that's what I
this is a
asked.
very sensitive area
That's what I asked.
for a lot of guys. Very sensitive. And I'm not here
Yeah.
to hurt your feelings.
No, please do.
I'm not here to hurt your feelings, ladies and gentlemen. And in the case of some people, especially those that have been religiously
Yes.
indoctrinated,
Yes.
I think that it's very difficult when you've had this kind of influences in your life, the environmental influences, the teacher influences, and so on. I think it's very difficult to actually dissociate yourself from all of that and become individual and to act individually. But look, let me tell you something.
Yes.
What is attractive? What is attractive? Look at all the women coming over this way now. Look.
I don't think they want to know. They don't want to know. You know what I mean?
It's okay, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Man on man action.
I'm listening. Okay.
Man on man action.
Mr. Speaker, I think what most men increasingly find collectively
Yeah.
is that women are finding us less and less impressive as time is passing. So what do we need to do to right that? How can we be more like you?
Well, I think in your case it might be in your next life. But look, as I said a moment ago, my objective is not to upset or humiliate
Oh, no,
anybody.
please do.
You know, it's very. None of
We're all
us, none of
desperate
us,
to
as
score.
as Danny Shine says when he's here, and he's not here today, he says that none of us asked to be born. We are the result of our parents getting together. I mean, I feel a little bit fortunate because my parents did it when they did. Had they have done it later or earlier, I might have been born one of those guys. Or I might, worse, I could have been born him. Can you imagine? That would have been terrible. But you know,
did your parents actually want you?
my parents love me very much. My mum is, I've got two mums still alive. I don't have my dad anymore. But I am the result of.
Sorry, did you say you've got two
I have two mums. Yes. I have two mums.
Do you have two mums?
Because my parents divorced and my father remarried.
Stepmom.
Yeah.
But you're a lucky man.
You sound like, you know what, this guy sounds like he's from the tax office, wants to know every single detail about my life. And
I just want to be more like
you. No, I worry. You look, when I look at this guy,
we all aspire to be more like you.
You look like a civil servant that I should avoid.
The naked civil servant.
Yes, sir.
Success with men. With men, you've got success with men.
I wonder why you're making this kind of contribution.
Why do you attract?
You were saying about how attractive men are and how attractive men are to you.
Thank you very much. I'm here for fun.
You did say that. You were saying men are attractive.
No, that's not what I've said. No, my friend. What we're doing here is we're making an analysis of how relationships form. And there were some questions from some of the more frustrated members of this audience. How can I help them with my advice for them to sexually develop more?
So far, none.
So you're not gay?
No, I'm not gay.
Would you like to be?
No, I wouldn't like
if
to
you'd like to be, just stick around.
But I do run a club which is very LGBT friendly. Okay.
I can imagine your friendly club.
Hello, I didn't realise you. I didn't realise you were filming. It's been a long time. It's very nice to see you. Actually, you was in conversation. I remember I was saying that you're a better independent operator than somebody else. Yeah, it's nice to see you. Yeah, because I do actually watch your videos from time to time on all the demonstrations. They're very informative because you don't actually yourself need to voice an opinion. You just need to show the event as it is, and it's very, very like. How's your dad?
Oh yeah, he's good, thank you.
Good. You ought to come to my club sometime and have a film. I'm in Covent Garden now.
Oh nice.
Yeah, at the Prince of Wales in Drury Lane.
Definitely.
The next show is next Friday if you want to come along.
See if I can.
Yeah, because you could film it and help give me the needed publicity.
And what's your name?
My name is Martin.
What's your topic?
Huh? I don't have any specific topic. And you know, you're coming to the tail end of my speech. You know, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I mean, you know, a few years ago, I would have audiences of up to 500 people. Wow. Where you can see that's almost impossible now. Even when you have something, you know, sort of chaotic or controversial going on, as I'm assuming you have two religious cases over there, and they have their discussion.
But I came over from there. I thought you're gonna be doing some really intellectual conversation talking.
Well, sometimes it is like that. It doesn't always go the way you want it. You know.
That's why I came.
I'm running out of time as well, I guess.
I'm sorry?
I'm running out of time as well, I guess.
Oh, okay, cool. You know, I think I'm going to end it there, but thank you very much indeed. It's been a pleasure, my pleasure. Thank you very much. I might speak a bit